I'm happy to report the room is finally finished, and I am so excited to welcome you to my second grade classroom. Hey friends, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Lindsay. I love to talk interior design, and of course that spills over into my classroom. You might not know, but I'm a very busy second grade teacher in real life, and I have put a lot of time and energy into designing this classroom space. So today I'm gonna share the entire makeover process from first moving in, literally nothing on the walls, all the way to what you see right now. Make sure to watch all the way to the end of the video so you can see the full reveal and all of the little details that make my classroom super functional, super colorful, and super fun for everyone. Classroom makeover, let's get into it. This little makeover is gonna go way back to when we first moved back into the building. We were under construction, we had quarantine, remote learning, everything here going on in Seattle. When we finally got to move back in, it was like starting from square one.
A lot of the results are confusing, not completed. The room is in a weird state. All of us as teachers are just kind of reacting to this, and we have only a handful of days to get our classrooms in order. So I think, you know, this might be a fun little video to just show you what it's really like setting up a classroom completely from scratch. That's what I'm dealing with. All that is gonna become a classroom.
The first big step, of course, is laying out the furniture. So I love to jot out a plan, make sure I have an idea before I walk in. That way I don't waste a ton of time just moving big pieces of furniture around all day.
Oh, geez.
It was my 12th year teaching. I was exhausted mentally and physically, and I just had to kind of wrap my head around starting over and creating this classroom all over again. It truly is like moving into a house, you guys. I can't even tell you. Honestly, moving classrooms from another city to this district when I moved a few years ago was one of the hardest moves I've ever had, by far harder than most apartment moves that I ever did. Classroom teachers have just so much stuff and so many things you have to kind of get rid of and clear the clutter. We have a habit of giving each other things, so then you accumulate all these things you never use. A big part of it was just purging, just organizing, putting like things together, and getting rid of everything that wasn't necessary in here.
Before we went for the summer, we had to pack up literally everything, move everything out. They redid this wall behind me. There's new whiteboards and other things coming in, and I've just got to try to figure out how to make this into something worthy of the incredible students that are going to be walking through that door on September 1st. So, I'm not ready. Where'd the summer go?
We're back.
Yay, we're back.
I'm glad we're in the building.
Me too.
That was the question mark.
I'm hoping we can stay here. I'm hoping we don't have anything crazy happen. I'm hoping for the best. I'm planning for the best. I'm hoping for the best.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it's day 2 of classroom setup. I know I don't have any of my miking stuff on. I hope audio is recording, but I think it is. But I just walked in and all of the whiteboards and new tag boards have been installed. I don't know if I've been this excited in this entire process. So that big wall that they redid is now big, massive magnetic whiteboards and 2 huge new bulletin boards. I couldn't be more excited. Don't worry, these are not blue whiteboards. That's just the protective coating on them. They must have just gotten them put up today because these were not here yesterday. I'm very excited. There are some damage to the wall, but they'll come back in and fix all that in their punch list. I just cannot wait to get this set up today. Still waiting on the new audio system set up. It looks like though they worked on these cords that connects to these speakers in the ceiling. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I haven't shown you guys my classroom ceiling. It's this huge skylight that lets so much light into the room. I don't know if you can see the windows up there, but so pretty. and the ceilings are super high. Apologies for the bad audio today, you guys. I just couldn't handle the miking equipment, but this is a little start to the library. A lot more to do here. More bookcases, tons of books. That is my other big goal for today. Since pretty much all the classrooms in my building look pretty similar, we're all having the same question. Should we put our teacher desk by the big unit so that we keep kids away from it, or over there, or classroom library here or there? So it's like teacher workstation, classroom library, which corner for which? I was thinking library, teacher desk, but now I'm thinking about flipping it again.
Once I've got the furniture kind of set for the most part, it's time to tackle bulletin boards. And this always makes the classroom feel like it's coming together. You put a little color on the walls, a little border, trim, and it truly makes the space feel like it's coming together. After that, lots of different tasks. Organizing the library.
This is kind of similar to what I did with my library 2 years ago when we were in the classroom. And I'm thinking this might work. I'm also going to be going through every single book and deciding if it should stay in the library and ordering more bins if I need it to make it work. If you're a new teacher and wondering about these bookcases, these 3 white ones are Billy bookcases from IKEA. I bought them a few years ago because when I arrived in this classroom, I didn't really have any bookcases. And then I also had this one that was gifted to me from a teacher friend a few years ago at my old school district. And I brought this one all the way from my old school district because I love it so much. It actually has a little hinge in the middle, so it can be configured as one long bookcase to save space, or in an L shape like this to create a little nook area. And then I'm gonna put my big black and white rug down here.
organizing the Math Center, creating the Science Center, organizing all my materials in the small group center, my presentation station at the front of the room, setting up all the technology over there. That always takes quite a while, but luckily I have a pretty good system down. And then finally, organizing my teacher desk is usually the very last thing that I do. One thing you might not hear much about is how often teachers need to make adjustments to things like furniture or just general things about a classroom to make it workable for the students. Often our staff is so over busy, it is hard to find time to come down and readjust the height of all of the desks in your classroom, for example, especially in a year like this one where we were moving back into the building and they were completely overloaded with all of the tasks around the building and finishing construction. Just to look at leveling each and every desk, it makes all of our work together so much easier. I like to name the table groups after musicians that I love, and I also play the music of those musicians throughout the school day. It's a really fun way to expose the kids to some music they may not otherwise have listened to. Organizing my teacher desk is always a challenge because a lot of things end up on the teacher's desk. So I try to create systems to keep things away from my desk. One thing I have is Miss Thurston's mailbox on a little table out in the hallway right in front of our door. That's where students can drop their take-home folders each morning, along with any notes or anything they need to give me, permission slips, all in the folder, and it's never on my desk. The second thing that I love to do is organize a little system of shelving behind my desk for all those little bits and bobs that I seem to need every single day, like pieces of paper, pieces of cardstock, lamination sleeves, post-it notes, different types of pens and markers, staples, push pins, rubber bands, like literally all those little small office supplies teachers need in large quantity, and we just constantly need them. So having a sort of labeled system for that is amazing. One thing I did 2 years ago when we were in quarantine was organizing all of the items that I have in my cabinets into Sterilite bins and labeling them. Once I had put everything together in groups, I am now able to find anything at any time, and it's chef's kiss. Nothing makes me happier than being organized and knowing exactly where everything is in this classroom. When anything comes up or if anybody needs anything, I can find it right away. I got the classroom pretty well appointed in fall of 2021, and I added a fair amount to it over the course of the school year, rearranging the furniture to better suit the needs of my students and my teaching style. This year in August 2022, it was really fun to rearrange the furniture again for better flow, and I had a dream of an art sort of installation on this back wall above the windows to grab your attention and add a lot of creativity and color right when you walk in the front door. these 3D letters from Michaels back in summer of 2020, thinking about the remote school year and hoping to eventually move back into the school building. I spray painted them with some beautiful brights from Rust-Oleum's collection and adhered them to the freshly painted wall with command strips. During an emergency phone call to my favorite interior designer, my mother, I was able to figure out that Bare Fresh Sprout was the perfect color for this project. I ended up going with their Dynasty collection because it's a one-coat, 1-hour dry time, perfect for a Saturday quick project at school. And it dried so quickly, you guys. The coverage was amazing, and I love how the color just truly brings together the rest of the color scheme in the classroom. Huge shout out to the woman who helped me in the Home Depot paint department that night. She gave me half off when she heard that I was a teacher working on a project for my classroom. It was so amazing to feel cared for by the community, and she said it was the least she could do to help with what we're doing in the classroom. So thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I feel like it's finally finished, and I'm so excited to share it with you. After moving classrooms in 2019, quarantine in 2020 and 2021, hybrid learning, remote learning, moving back into the building after construction, redesigning the classroom for the umpteenth time, I finally feel like it's perfect, and I'm so happy to have such a beautiful space to teach my students in. Thank you. you have it. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little behind the scenes of my life as a teacher, and I hope you got some ideas from all the different organizational and just decor ideas that I shared in today's video. If the classroom thing wasn't for you, that's all right. I'll be back next week with DIY projects. We're finally getting into that hallway and those closet doors, and I'm thinking about a front porch makeover, and you know, spooky season is on the way, so there's a lot of great stuff coming up. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. If you love makeovers and tours, check out my house tour video. It's a full tour of my home so you can see how different it is from classroom design, and I'll see you in that video. Bye, my friends.